When you've broken the tip guide on your rod and the rod has been manufactured, you do not know whether the tip guide has been put on with a soft resin or hot melt glue, or alternatively put on with super glue. If it's hot melt glue, it will come off very easily. If it's been put on with super glue, it will pose you a few challenges. And for the purposes of this clip, we've put a little experiment together to show you some of the dangers you might experience. Here we have the elements you need to replace the tip guide on your rod. Clearly some new guides. Here you have a saltwater guide or carp guide, another form of carp guide, spinning rod, match rod and fly rod tip. The tools, a hacksaw, a nightlight or alcohol burner, thread, the cigarette lighter to light either your nightlight or alcohol burner, and then commercially guides are put on with two adhesives. One is hot melt glue and the other is one of the many derivatives of what we know locally as super glue. And it is if super glue has been used, you will come up against some quite serious problems which you have to take your time with. So let me ignite the cigarette lighter and just hold it under this guide. We believe it's been put on with a hot melt glue. That should have been enough to warm the frame up, to loosen the glue and pull it off. And as you can see, it does not want to come off. At this point, do not assume that you need extra heat, because what will happen is if you leave the heat there, eventually the resins in the carbon will melt and catch fire. And what then happens is the tip of the rod just snaps off and you've destroyed the blank completely. When you come to change your tip guide, and this time we're going to use the cigarette lighter again, and we just gently heat underneath because we hope that it's got hot melt glue, and just a gentle bit of heat and the tip is off. Okay, tip off, get some kitchen paper and just clean up where you've taken it off. Shows you there's still some hot melt glue still there. I personally use the back of the scalpel blade just to get all the muck off, nice and clean. And up comes a new guide. Although we're using different guides, we just want to check for one that's going to fit nice. That is clearly much too big. And this one fits quite nicely. Okay, so we now want to fit it. We're now going to fit our new guide, and we need three hands, one for the heat, one to hold the guide, and the third hand to hold the hot melt glue. So to give us a third hand, we bring in a nightlight, ignite that, so we have a flame. We then hold the hot melt glue to it, just to moisten the end, get it nice and wet. Hold the end of the guide over the flame just to warm the tube up. Ease some glue into the tube, just warm the tube very gently, don't let it red hot, and slide the tube onto the blank. Line it up with the guides, wipe off any excess, and blow out the light, and there you have new tip on your rod.